Hi, my name is Matt. I work in the support department here at Journyx. Today I'm going to walk you through how to create a report in Journyx Timesheet. I'll be showing you how to do this in version 8.9. If you're running something older, please contact your sales rep and see about updating. The basic steps should be about the same though, no matter what version you're on. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, here we are on the sitemap page. To create a report, you're going to go to Reports, Standard Reports. Alright, here we are on the Standard Reports page. You'll be able to see a search, run report output options, and your listing of your reports. If you want to create a report from scratch, you'll come down here, you'll select the report type that you want to create, and I'm going to go ahead and select a time report and click the Create button. Here we are on the screen that allows us to create our new time report. And you'll see all the different options that you can select from. You can edit any of the existing reports. The modify screen for those looks pretty much the same as this. So first thing we'll do is we'll give our report a name. Let's call it Test Report. And if we're going to copy this report to other users of the system, this option right here allows them either to be able to modify the report or not. So if I'm going to copy this report to some of my end users and I don't want them to be able to modify it, I would uncheck this box. If I'm going to copy this, say, to some of my managers or another administrator on the system, I might want to allow them to go ahead and modify this report if need be, so I would leave it checked. Right now I'm going to go ahead and leave it checked. The report dates area here is another important area. You can prompt for dates each time the report is run, which means that if you run a report, it's going to give you an option to select your start date and your end date. If you want to be able to schedule the report, you'd have to use this option here and set the specific amount of time ahead of time on what it's going to run as far as the date ranges. So you can select anything from that field, and you can select days, weeks, months, years. And you can also select the day of the week that you want it to start on. Alright, so as far as areas that you can filter on in this project, you can select different projects. If you have a bunch of projects that you want to report on, but there's only 2 or 3 that you specifically want output in this specific project, you can select those 2 or 3 and click the Add button, and it will add it into the selected projects for this report. You can also check this box and automatically include any of the descendants of that project. So if your project has children that you want to report on, you can check this box and it will automatically include those children without having to select them from the available project list. And the same thing goes for these other fields. If you want to select on specific objects within any of these other areas, or activities, pay types, bill types, and so forth, you can choose any of those that you want to report on, users as well. You can also have status filters. If you want more information on what each of these individual status filters mean, you can go to the help option for this page, and it will give you more detail on what the statuses mean. Alright, in the report output options that we see here, you can choose how often it's going to subtotal. You can subtotal days, weeks, months, years. You can select up to 4 different subtotal categories, and you could subtotal by these different objects here: time record fields, user custom fields, and so forth. You don't have to have all of them set, but if you choose to, they're here and available for you. As far as the other options here, the things that you're going to most likely want to leave checked are the ones that are set by default. Down here in the fields to display on your report, you can select any of these to display on your report screen, the report output screen. By default, we have user, project, activity, build, all the basic things, say like we're going to do a timesheet since this is a time report. But should you want other information, you can go ahead and select those from this select box here and click the Add button. If you want something other than time record fields included, you have these other options to select from as well. Also, if you should want to choose to remove anything, you would select it and then click the Remove button and it'll go away. Down here, you can add additional HTML for the screen should you want any additional information to show up on your report output screen, or you can just leave it blank. Now down here under the Run Report Output options, you have your options of HTML regular, HTML printable, plain text. If you're running on Windows and you have one of the Internet Explorer browsers, then you'll have a Cube Report option as well. You can set to display the report in browser only, in the browser and in saved reports, or just to go to saved reports. And you can set a name for your saved report output. You can also set an expiration date if you're going to do a saved report. Say you want this report to only run for the next 3 months. You would set that here, and then after 3 months, this report would stop running automatically. Alright, so let's go ahead and save and run our report. I don't have any information in here right now, so we have a blank output. But should there have been information here, you would see the report output information right here. And that's all there is to creating and running a custom report in Journyx Timesheet. Thanks very much for watching.